Hey everyone, we are here over at our plaza and we are going to do our 2024 Peterbilt truck tour.
Hey Prime family, my name is Seth Elliott, Cody, Larson, and Van Gertner. Van is our on-site Peterbilt, so he sits over in Success Leasing office. We're taking you over the 2024 Peterbilt 579. Start inside. So all of our new 579 Ultralofts come with a digital dash. It's newest feature, probably been around for 15-18 months. You also get the Smart Nav navigation system. And then take you back here. So with the new Ultralofts, obviously you have a lot more headroom than you had in our Midderoods. So the ladder. Here you have ample storage. You can fit
There's 70 cubic foot of storage.
that's correct, 70
cubic foot.
foot of storage. Hang your clothes, a spot for a refrigerator. You can either get a refrigerator from the factory as an upgraded option, or you can get one here from Prime. Nice work desk. Every truck that you're seeing here is everything that comes with the truck if you were to order one. There are some upgraded features that you can get. Back here you could have radio controls. We have about 20-25 options on the Success Leasing website that you can order an upgraded option. Could be upgraded seats, could be disc brakes, which actually isn't currently available. You have an Epic package, an Epic Max package, a refrigerator, an inverter, shore power, you name it, the list kind of goes on.
Okay.
Manual walk around.
Yep. I'll let you get out of the truck. On our newer trucks, the 2024 comes with the Epic Aero package. That is all the closeouts and aerodynamic features that gain you a little bit of fuel mileage. It closes in the fender wells, clears up some of that gap that causes air drag. It's got 8 color fairings to help air around the cab to help those aerodynamic features work. It also helps a little bit with overspray on the wheels when you're driving. There's a new aerodam on the front, closeouts on the front grille, again to help with the aerodynamics of the truck. The hood is narrower and lower than our previous 579. So it's not quite as wide. The front is dropped nearly 2 inches, so a little bit better visibility. Again, also more aerodynamic. There are a few changes on the engine as well. You can open the hood if you want, and I'll show you a couple things.
Sure, let's do it.
This engine and the other. So on the older trucks, there used to be a fuel filter set right here. Now they're all up here. A couple things that gains us is that you can buy the filters in the kit. This puts it up away from this area here. So there's actually a little bit of better fuel flow, better resistance against gelling. It doesn't solve any of that issue entirely, but it does help with it. There's a new engine fan, and where it's driven, so there's actually one less belt under here that drives the fan. But the new fan is also designed to help with fuel economy. So it's a permanently driven fan off the crank instead of having the belt in the drive system. So we've gained some fuel efficiency here, changing how to go.
Oh.
They are standard front disc brakes now. Also, that's a huge improvement from brake wear, stopping power. I'm really a fan of the disc brakes.
A couple of things, I think, just Seth talked about some of our interior options. A couple of things that I think we also have an LED headlight package that we can add as Success Leasing. We do
Yes.
Seth, one of the questions was, this is the same as that. When did this change over to this new body style with this newer type hood?
I believe that was in July of 2023. And then the 2024 model came out in sometime in, if you had ordered your truck, it was built starting January 3rd, so probably February orders for the 2024 models.
So if you guys are getting out of your Peterbilt and it's a 2021 or even an early 2022, this would be the new body style that you would be getting with it. So these are the changes that we kind of wanted to point out to you guys with those, just so it's a little bit different. So when you get out of a 21 into this, but if you're in a 23, like one of those comments said, it'll be the same body style as this one too. One of the other options y'all allow are disc brakes on the rear too, right? Yes. Is that right? Yeah. I'm a fan of disc brakes. Really am. Did you point out the battery disconnect? No, we did not. Also, on all the new trucks and everything, battery disconnect so you can just kill the batteries. It's up right up here behind the seat. Maybe a little hard for the camera to get in, but it's right here behind this fire extinguisher. But when you flip that down, when you flip that down, it'll actually kill all the batteries. So that if you're parking your truck for an extended time, you can turn this off and your batteries won't run dead as quick.
Any other questions on there?
Did you guys point out any of the aero, the
Yes,
closeouts?
the Epic Max.
All the closeouts.
Yeah, the new aerodynamic.
Just the Epic package that comes standard.
So the Epic, like Van said, is standard. Then you can go to the Epic Max, and that will basically put closeouts as flow below closeouts in the wheels, and then it'll have the tire
wheel covers
as well as part of the Epic Max.
And one small spec change that you guys might not even have noticed too was on probably those 21 model years, we had Holland fifth wheels, and we kind of tried to standardize the fleet to have the same manufacturer for buying power purposes. So this will be a Fontaine fifth wheel on here too. So that's kind of the same as on the Freightliner. So that might be a little bit of a change from the 21s to 22s that we made that change for Fontaine. It is. It's been good.
Is the battery kill option new on Pete's?
About a year. It's almost 3 years.
I was going to say 3 years.
Almost 3 years?
It's about
Okay.
3 years old, but really what we wanted to do is we had an issue where the trucks, there's so much draw on these trucks from Qualcomm to different things whenever it's just sitting, that this battery disconnect will help that, so you don't have to jump start your truck as much, plus preserve your batteries. So we've been doing it for a while. It's just kind of a little known feature, and it's kind of hidden back there behind that seat. So we really want to point it out to show everybody that's available on this Peterbilt. It's a standard option on it too, so it comes with the truck.
Okay. Any other features or add-ons you guys want to talk about?
No, that's most of the new stuff.
Most of the new stuff. All
The
right.
options you can expect. The Epic Max it's a good thing too. It fills in all these other voids for the extra aerodynamics on the truck. Yeah, I think that'll be a really good feature for the aero on these trucks. A lot of our older models didn't have those closeouts. I know it's low to the ground, but that's what we give for pushing the fuel mileage, and that's what's going to help with your fuel mileage. So these closeouts, these extended cab extenders are kind of where the money is with the fuel economy. So we're excited to see how they do. We've been looking at some numbers, and they're encouraging with the two. So we'll see how those closeouts do. Any other questions yet?
No, that was really it.
You're talking about the option for the back end there?
I just said that was an option, yeah.
Yeah. It adds shore power and it adds the 110 outlets in the boat.
Oh.
Yeah, but if you got more questions, just reach out to Haley or Chelsea in the Success Leasing office, and they can get a hold of Cody or I. And like I said, Van sits on site here, and he can help answer any questions. If not, if we don't have the answers, we'll find them for you.
I did have a question about fuel mileage. What is it getting on average? It is a very broad question. Depends how you run and have it. Yeah.
Well into the 8s, and I've got tons that are into the 9s. The driver is the biggest part of that fuel mileage. So, but I've got lots of guys who are great on it. So, and I think the aerodynamic package is going to do that. Makes it a ton easier to get that. Is there any updates on like software or anything for, you know, some of the cruise control or the mapping where you do like the auto coast or the neutral feature? Is there anything new technology wise, you know, that you'd like to point out on the newer model Peterbilt, or just kind of running in the Peterbilt network?
So technology wise, you know, we've been doing, we can do over there software. So they're changing. So that has been something we could do for the last few years, last couple of years. They've been improving how that process works. These newer trucks, as they come out soon, will start being able to prompt drivers on the dash, so that it doesn't take us necessarily to reach out to drivers and say, we want to update your software. So coming soon is that feature where it'll actually tell a driver to say, hey, there's a software update available, and this is how you do it, so that we can remote in if there's an update that may solve your problem.
There's one other thing I want to point out. I want you to show them with it too. I think the keys are in it. So with these actually have a built-in alarm system.
Correct.
With them too. So I don't know if you want to go up there and show them how to. This one probably doesn't have an alarm probably set up on it exactly, or we might not know it. But if you can show them how to toggle that. These are built-in alarms with the system, so they actually are operated off the steering wheel, and Van can tell you about it.
638 looks like. Yeah, hop up there.
I'll show you. So you go to start the truck. Actually, this one's. I need to shut the door long enough to tell it that we've got to get out. Somebody already deactivated it. So when you turn your truck on, you go to start it. It'll pop up a screen wanting you to enter the code. To enter the code, there's a button on the steering wheel right here, and then you would roll it to the number you want. So you roll it to the 1, and then you click the button in and select it. I think this one is 1638, what Seth told me. So you go to 6, click. 3, click. 8, click. And then you start the engine.
Very cool.
So it won't pop up until you go to try to start it. So I mean, you can turn your dash on, you can do stuff with your lights or whatever. It doesn't honk the horn or all that stuff. It won't actually prompt you for the code until you actually try to start it. So you just have to set it back. You just put it back in. So it's really nice. I like this feature a lot. It's pretty simple. So, and it all works off this control knob, as does most of the dash. So that dash is, I guess we probably should have gone that dash is actually customizable. So if you don't want all this information, there's different screens that are already preset in here. If you want to reduce it down, some people don't like all that light and stuff when they're driving at night, but you can get it down to where it is very minimal on the gauges, or you can go all the way back out to where it's got all of the information, and there's even a feature where you can go through there and just kind of customize each of the things, you know, the things you want to see on your dash. If you're looking for air pressure or whatever, and that's what you want to monitor, boost pressure, whatever. But that way you can set up your own favorites.
Very cool. Very cool.
I think Seth and Cody got a couple other things they wanted to mention. One of the things, I can talk about it right here.
Oh, okay.
So one of the things we wanted to mention is there used to be a very long catwalk on these trucks that was raised up, and it got torn off all the time, and it was about $1,500 to replace it. So on the newer Peterbilt, it's got a flush mounted on here too, so if you actually get into something and pull that off, it's flush mounted straight with the frame rails on there too, so it'll help with damage on there and just operating costs of the vehicle, just to have that flush mounted deck light with it too.
Then let me walk you to this other side, Jamie. All the 2024 models have the tilt out cab extenders, so now we don't have to actually take them off. They're just 4 hooks and they just tilt out. We used to have to completely take them off, and it was kind of a pain, or they could get scratched up. So if you need to get in there, there's 4 hooks that you just push and they will tilt out.
Makes it pretty nice to get the batteries on the other side too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drew and I are just trying to remember all the things that might have changed
Yeah.
since 2021 to 2024 models, and I'm sure the list goes on. I'm sure we'll miss a few things, but if not, we can also comment on this post and try to help you answer any other questions or any upgraded features.
Like I said earlier, feel free to call in and ask. I sit down there in leasing with everybody there, so if they've got questions, just reach out to Haley or Chelsea.
Well, I want to thank you guys today for coming out and showing us the 2024 Peterbilt 579 with the two. So hope you guys liked it too. We're going to be doing more of these over the coming days, so keep your comments coming and we'll be with you. But thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks guys for joining us again. Like Drew said, we are going to be doing more of these throughout the next coming days. We're not just doing Peterbilts, we're going to do our Freightliners, our Volvos, so make sure to stay tuned with us. See ya.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot the skirt.
So and Drew's like, what else? I'm like,
And I also